Hi, my name is Russell Stephen, world leader pressure point fighting, national boxing coach for Cambodia, and I've got a veritable plethora of downgrades, but that's not important. What we're going to do now is find out why your pad work is total bullshit. Right, if you're doing pads like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or going pop, 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 and all of that sort of stuff, and going 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, stop it. Stop it right there. Don't do it again. Let me preface this by saying one thing. If you do pad work just for fun and shits and giggles, carry on. If you do pad work like that for a workout, nothing more, nothing less, carry on. If you want to get good, if you're a fighter, and if you're supposed to be some kind of coach, pack it in now and stop doing stupid pads that's just bullshit. Now, why is it bullshit? Well, when you're going all like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, moving away, blah, blah, all those drills, what are you actually teaching? What is the fighter actually learning? What's going on? Now, think of it this way, right? If you're a boxing coach, martial arts coach, instructor, whatever you want to call yourself, sensei, sifu, whatever, doesn't matter, you're in charge of a classroom and you've got students who are there to learn. And calling out a combo, blah, 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 isn't learning, it's a workout. It's a lazy man's way of being a teacher or a coach or an instructor. It's the equivalent of saying to people, right, when you come to the gym, I want you to get yourself warmed up, do your own circuit, then I want you to do 6 rounds of skipping, 6 rounds of shadow, 6 on the heavy bag, and then go home. Off you go. And then when they look like they're ready to go home, you say to them, did you do your circuit? Did you do your warm-up? Did you do this? Did you do that? Yeah, I did it. Okay, bye. See you next week. See you tomorrow. That's not teaching. Okay? That's being a trainer, physical trainer, or somebody who's just looking after the class or whatever. It is not teaching. When your fighter, your student, or even yourself is going to do pad work, you must be learning something and a reason for doing something. Now let me explain something more. When you're doing it like this and all that stuff, how is the boxer, the fighter, whoever, you, how are you learning distance? You're not. You're out here. How are you learning angulation? You're not. How are you learning when the punch is landing properly? You're not. Why? Because they're showing you a target here, and then as you punch, they slam their pad into you, which shortens the punch off, which can make you look fast and good. I can make anybody look good. I can take somebody who's really average at boxing, and I can move the pads around and make them look really good. Likewise, I can take somebody who's really good and make them look an idiot. That's not the point. The point is, the fighter, the student, or you, whoever, is there to learn. So how do we do it if we're so bloody clever? Right, we start off with the most basic thing of all, which is getting your feet right, getting your distance right, getting your angle right, getting your jab right. Because the jab is the most important punch when it comes to boxing. Same principles apply when it comes to self-defense. So if you're using pads to train self-defense, I've seen them all. They hold it like that and they hold it like this. Go, hit it hard, now elbow it hard. Oh, that was a good one. What about working out where they are, the angles and distance and time and everything else? You forget all about that. Oh yeah, you hit good, well done. Right, the pad guy must get into a proper boxing stance and be there like he's ready to fight. The pad guy must make sure that you, the one hitting the pad, are at the right distance, at the right angle. For example, if you were a southpaw and I'm orthodox, are you fighting for outside foot position correctly? Are you getting at the right angle to throw your jab? All of these things need to be looked at, and if I'm the teacher, the coach, the instructor, I'm the one that should be helping you make sure that you get into the right position. This hand I would use to guide you, so you know you want to be here. The distance is wrong. Look, I can hit you, you can't hit me, whatever it may be. Then there's the placement of the pad. I see people out here with them, like that. The pad should be where your head is. Now obviously you're not going to put it here, but you're going to put it underneath your own chin. It's going to be reinforced because if you hold it correctly here, they can hit that as hard as they like and your arm's not going to go flying back. It's going to be a solid hit, just like it is when you jab a head. There's going to be some give in it, but not loads. The distance is going to be correct because it's underneath your chin here. So it's the same as it moves with you. So where you go, the pad goes. So that if you move here, the jab can move to here. Admittedly, it's slightly away from the head, but you can work that out for yourself, can you not? Maybe you could go a little bit taller, whatever, but you can work it out. It gets your fighter, or you if you're that guy, moving in the right place. It gets them to get their distance correct, their angles correct, and their footwork correct, because you're going to be moving around with it, of course. You try to make this pad work as close as you possibly can to a real fight, whether that be boxing, kickboxing, MMA, or for self-defense. You try to replicate the situation as close as you possibly can. That's the whole point of it. You're here to learn. Now, what I do with my guys is I say, closed means no. Open, obviously underneath here, means yes. So you can see it nice and clearly. That means no, that means yes. So if we're moving around, and I see that they're getting into the right position, I'll open it up for the jab. If they lose position, I'll close it. So they also lose that moment in time when they could have, should have thrown their jab. And that's the very basic. Obviously your footwork, everything else is all in there. You as the teacher, you're going to be correcting this, moving, analysing all the way through. Understanding what your student, your fighter is doing, how they are moving. Are they moving in time? Are they able to keep distance properly? Are they able to do their half steps properly? Is the jab being thrown correctly? Are they using their ABC, the DEF? Are they turning their shoulder over properly? Are they keeping themselves defended properly? Do they leave the jab out there? After the jab's gone, does it drop down before it comes back? Any of these mistakes being made? You can follow them properly when you do proper pads. If you do bullshit pads, you get bullshit results. So, use this principle. Think about how you can use it. It works very well for jabs and crosses. For hooks to the head, obviously it's much more difficult to get right, and hooks to the body, I advise just use a body shield so that they're actually coming in on the real body. But for hooks to the head and things like that, we use pads in a different way, which I'll show you another time, and we use the heavy bag. But pad work, the way everybody does it, is bullshit. This pad work is teaching, which is what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're the one doing the pads to this guy, you're the one learning, which is what you're supposed to be doing. So unless you're doing it properly, and unless you prefer to do it this way, get your pads and throw them, because they're no use doing it the way you do it. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments. I don't care if you comment good or bad, but leave your comments, subscribe, press the notification bell and all that jazz. Share it, tell everybody you can think of about it, put it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, I don't know where it all goes. All of those social media programs, whatever they're called. Slam it everywhere, tell everybody, moan about it, groan about it, praise it, tell it it's a load of bollocks, whatever you want, don't care, but let us know what you think. See you later.